Hey guys, Rodney here again. Alright, we're going to do a quick walk around of the 1999 Jeep TJ that I'm going to be doing the LS swap on. I got another video that I'll be posting along with this here, either before or after, I'm not sure which, on the LS swap that and the truck that the donor truck, which is sitting right next to me here, this red one here, will be the donor truck for the LS engine. I just picked this up yesterday. It's got the 5.3 LM7 engine in it. It's going to be the donor for the transmission and the engine and the wiring harness and whatever other stuff I need out of it. But this is the 1999 Jeep Wrangler that is going in. I've had this Jeep for about 5 years and done quite a few different things to it. It does have different axles underneath of it. The front axle is a Dana, an HP Dana 30 out of a Jeep Cherokee, which is a little stronger than stock. I'm not sure if you can see under there, but and then the rear axle is the Ford 8.8 rear end. I've done all that, most of that myself. As far as installing it, I did all that. Put in, it's got the disc brakes on it. That came out of a 1997 Ford Explorer. I pulled the axle myself and used the Artec truss kit and welded it all on and did all that stuff. Now I did have somebody else, a friend of mine, did the gears. I went from 410 gears to 488 gears in both axles, so which I may end up having to change that again depending on how bad it is with the LS engine. I know a lot of guys are going into the 538s or something like that, 5 somethings gear ratio for the LS, but it works good. Right now I have the 4-cylinder, the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. We can take a look at that real quick. And her name is Black Betty. So pop this open and take a look here. We've got the little 4-banger in here, and it's a good motor. I mean, I've done a lot of work to it too. I put a new head on it, blew the head gasket, so I tore it all apart and put a new head on it, and new alternator, new starter. The power steering pump I think was redone right when I got it. It does have a new radiator in it, which none of that stuff will matter when I do the LS swap, but it does have a lot of new parts in it that I've done just in my time having it, so which some of that stuff I'll be able to sell. The engine has just over 200,000 on it, and it still runs really good. It runs and drives good. I am going to do new adjustable front and rear control arms, upper and lower. Right now it just has the crappy Rough Country suspension lift. I am wanting to upgrade that too as well, so something else that I want to do in the future, which may happen before the LS does and stuff. I'll do some video on that stuff too. So it does have the sunshade. That thing's fantastic. I love it. Worth the money for sure. I've done, some custom stuff. I did make a custom light panel in here for all my lights and stuff like that. The lights all light up and everything, and just has a Kenwood single CD player. I do have a amplifier under the seat back there, and then I've got an Alpine subwoofer that I just have strapped down in the back seats. So it sounds pretty decent for the couple $100 I have in the whole system. So, but Pro Comp wheels, they're 15 by 10, and then the tires are 35 by 1250 by 15s. I've had 35s on here from the beginning. After I put the lift on, I went straight to 35s. The entire Jeep was stock when I bought it, so I've done the lift. I've done 1.25 inch body lift as well. So Pretty much everything I've done everything myself besides the gears and the axles. I've had somebody else do that. So JKS front steering or track bar, Rough Stuff steering as a builder's kit that I built and put together. I did have somebody else bend the bars for me, but then I welded everything up and did that. So 1.5 inch pipe and everything. So I did have the frame redone. A friend of mine did that too. He did a really good job on both sides. I bought the patch kits off of Amazon and had him cut the rust out and rebuild that and fix the frames. So it's all done. This is about the only real rusty spot on the Jeep as far as that goes. Just a little spot there on both sides, but other than that, it's in pretty good shape. So rough country springs and shocks. I do want to replace the shocks eventually. Looking at getting some better shocks because these aren't the best. So shocks and control arms are definitely at the top of my list for that. So I had the jack. I took the jack all apart and had it painted green to match, and did all that. So I did change. I did have a rough country stabilizer shock, and I changed that out and put in a TerraFlex one. I think it is a little bit better. So the JKS track bar, those things are freaking beefy. I love them. This one here is awesome. It's a really good one. So I did have a couple of different ones before that, and nowhere near as well. I do have the Heim joints for the front links. The Heim joints actually are pretty good. They're not made for road as much. They're supposed to be more off-road, but they are pretty good. I like them. I have replaced a couple of them since I put them on there. They do wear out. I've replaced both sides once already in the 2 years that I've had them on there. So, but they're simple to change, and they're like 18 bucks a piece. So can't really beat it for $18. So, but all the lights work and stuff like that. I did have lights underneath the Jeep, under the fenders there too, but they were cheap ones, and right now they're not working, so I'm going to replace those two eventually. So I have a 12,000 pound rough country winch with a synthetic cable. I've used this thing for everything, and it is a really good winch. I've pulled trees out, I've pulled stumps out. I mean, it's done a lot. So I am super happy with that. It is a good winch for about 600 bucks I think I get for it. So, but this is where the LS motor will be going eventually. Out of the red truck there, like I said, $500 truck for the motor, 117,000 miles on it. I am going to fix it up and drive it for a little while first, but it will eventually get the engine and transmission pulled and put into the Jeep. So if you got any comments or any suggestions on the LS swap, I'm more than happy to hear them, because I'm just getting started with it, and I don't know a whole lot about it. So the 4L60E is the transmission that's going to go with it. A lot of people have said that they've used those and they do pretty good. So right now that's about it. Hopefully I'll have some more videos to share with you guys, and we can get into this LS swap before too long. So be buying parts in the meantime, buying parts here and there as I go, and getting everything that I need, hopefully before I start the swap, because I really like driving the Jeep, so I don't want to be without it for too long if I can help it. So thanks for watching, and like and subscribe, and I'll hopefully have some new videos for you sometime soon of getting things started, or unboxing, pieces and parts for the swap. So I appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next video.